it's Lottie here. Today I'm going to show you how to dress up your garden ready for the spring. These are really simple, they're really quick. Now they are not permanent plantings, but they're something that will look good for the next few weeks, and once you've finished with them looking nice in the house or even just on the patio, you could then plant your bulbs out into the garden. So they are a long-lasting DIY in the sense that you can reuse, recycle, and nothing goes to waste. So I really hope you enjoy this DIY today. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Also, if there's any DIYs that you'd like me to have a go at for your home or for your garden, please comment down below too. Make sure you like and subscribe for many more DIY videos for the home and garden to come. The bulbs I'm using are Muscari. I love them this time of year, and I selected these gorgeous bowls that I found from a charity shop. Love the pearlescent style and I love the rustic style of this botanical container. I'm using a good multi-purpose compost, and I'm also going to use alpine grit for drainage. So I'm just going to put a handful of the alpine grit in the base of the bowl, a nice little layer, and this will just help regulate the moisture within the soil. So now I'm going to add this good quality multi-purpose compost into the bowl, and I'm going to put the compost around the outside of the bowl, building like a crater in the middle of the centre of the bowl. Now the best bit, we get to plant the Muscari. A slight tap on the side of the pot will help release it gently out of its pot that it's in. And now I'm placing it right in the centre of the bowl, just where I created that crater. And now I'm going to fill up around the Muscari with compost, creating a mound, which will look really nice once we get the moss on there, but just make sure it's nice and secure and pat it in gently. Now it's time for this gorgeous moss to go on. It's going to look fantastic and make our beautiful bowl look rustic and chic and just charming. Now my moss actually came off the top of my roof. It had blown off and I was going to sweep it up and pop it in my compost bin, but I thought, no, actually I'll use it for this project because it looks really good and it's cost me absolutely nothing. So now, just to add to our lovely springtime display, I'm putting in some gorgeous birch twigs. Again, it's off the birch tree that's in my garden. It's all the twigs that have blown off. I've not broken them off or anything like that. They've just come off naturally, and I'm able to use them in these gorgeous designs. And I think it just adds a nice little bit of a sort of like a nesting, like you would for a springtime bird's nest. It looks great. Now onto this beautiful petrol shine bowl that I managed to pick up, and again just doing the same principle, a little bit of alpine grit in the base to help regulate moisture, and now I'm putting in some good handfuls of that good quality multi-purpose compost, again creating a crater in the middle of the bowl. I absolutely love this variety of Muscari. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it's a much lighter baby blue than the normal deep grape hyacinth that you get. It looks so beautiful. So again, we're just going to mound up around the outside of the Muscari, creating a nice mound for that beautiful moss to go on again. And I'm just trying to cover as many of the compost gaps as I can with the little tiny bits of moss that I found, just to really get that nice covering. But you know, if it doesn't matter, if there's a few bits of compost poking out, it just adds to that rustic charm. And just to keep with the theme, adding in this beautiful birch twig that I've got out of my garden, and they're so good because they're quite pliable. They'll bend into shape, so I'm sort of looping mine over the top of the Muscari and around it. Now for the truly rustic part of the project. I love this, I'm so lucky to have found it. It actually says garden bulbs on the side of the container. And again, going in with a little bit of alpine grit for the regulation of moisture and in with our multi-purpose compost. You
will notice that this is a little bit of a squeeze into this container, but it's purely a seasonal display. So once the spring is finished, once your flowers have finished in the display, I would suggest either planting them out into a bigger container afterwards or straight into the garden, and the bulbs will come back up next year and the primroses will keep on coming back year on year too. So even though they're snugly in there, just need to put a little bit of compost in around the tiny weeny gaps of the edge before we fill up with a little bit of moss, again just to continue that gorgeous, rustic, chic, natural feel. And to finish off, again to match the other two designs in this project, I'm popping in and bending over that lovely birch twig that I've got from my garden. So once I'd finished all the designs, I placed them in a collection together on my nice patio table just to really dress it up for this time of the year. I also put in some lanterns and candles to really give such a nice atmosphere, so when I am out in the garden I can light them, I can relax, I can look at them whilst I'm gardening, and it just gives me so much joy. I love the way that these bowls have come out particularly. I think they look chic, I think they look luxury, but they've also got that gardening rustic charm.
Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and also comment down below if there's any other DIYs you'd like me to have a go at. I'll see you next time.